What's up, everybody? I'm Jesse Knock, joined by Garrett Downing and Ryan Mink. Guys, we are 1 week through with OTAs. What was your biggest takeaway this week?
Yeah, I think the biggest storyline was Lamar Jackson. And for me, watching practice, he was the guy that I was looking at as well. And I came away pretty happy with his performance. I know that Lamar was pretty harsh on himself, saying that he was not good at all. I won't use his exact language. But I thought he was pretty solid. I mean, he connected on some deep passes over the middle, hit a game-winning touchdown in that scenario in a tight window to Gus Edwards. There's a lot of talk about Lamar, and obviously he needs to grow as a passer and continue to get better. That's what the entire summer is for. He doesn't have to be a finished product right now, but where he's at right now, I think he looks a little bit better than last year. And you can see that some of this work on his fundamentals that the Ravens coaches will continue to hammer into him this offseason, that stuff will continue to pay off and his accuracy will improve.
I would agree with that. I mean, to me, I was looking at the offense as a whole, and that's where I'll spend most of my time talking about. I mean, I think the offense overall is a bit of a work in progress. It's gone under construction this offseason. The Ravens went to work as soon as the season ended, kind of blew it up, started from scratch, and now they've got to this point where it's a new system under Greg Roman, obviously centered around Lamar Jackson. I thought the offense had some good moments. They moved the ball. You talked about that late touchdown drive where he found Gus Edwards. I thought that was a nice drive as they moved down the field. But I think overall there were some moments that you want to have back, some missed opportunities, some drop passes. I mean, but like you said, at this point of the year, that's kind of what you expect.
Right.
You expect some highs, you expect some lows.
It's not gonna be perfect.
Right.
Well, especially when you have a new offense getting totally rolled in. Just getting the verbiage, getting all that stuff is a big hurdle to get over.
Well, I mean, just the fact if you can get lined up, call the play, like at this point when you're going with a completely new system, I think that, honestly, it sounds silly, but that's kind of a win.
Oh, absolutely. Was there one player who stood out specifically for you guys?
Yeah, I look at Chris Moore. I mean, this wide receiver core is a unit that we've all paid a lot of attention to, and unfortunately, we haven't been able to see Marquise Brown and Miles Boykin on the field yet. So really, that's going to be the exciting part. But of guys that are coming back, Chris Moore really stood out to me. I mean, he's just so smooth. I mean, he just goes up, high points the ball, just everything about him looks smooth. And you kind of forget about him because he's been a special team standout and hasn't put up big production overall so far. But don't forget, John Brown said that he was the most impressed, that Chris Moore was the most impressive and the best receiver on the team last year. From what I saw from the first week of OTAs, hey, he might be on something.
How about defense? You guys know there's defense on this team as well. I'm going to talk about Marlin Humphrey. Number 44, Marlin Humphrey. He's got a new number in OTAs, and I thought he looked pretty good in that number. He's somebody who I think is going to be the best cornerback on the team this year, and a lot of people are going to be looking at him around the league. He talked about how he wants to go to the Pro Bowl, wants to go to the Super Bowl this year, so lofty goals for Marlin. He had a nice interception in today's practice. So I think overall Marlin looks like the guy that's he took a big jump from year 1 to year 2, and I think he's going to continue taking a jump from 2 to 3. Another guy that I'll throw out there who I thought looked pretty good was Shane Ray. I'm talking physically. He was an impressive physical specimen. You can't really tell all that much from the big guys on the defensive line, the offensive line right now because they're not hitting. They don't have pads on. But if you just look at him physically,
he passes the eye test.
He looks pretty good.
Well, I said he looks like a first-round pick. That's what Shane Ray looks like. So if he's healthy and he looks like that, I'm not as worried about that pass rush now.
Yeah.
Everyone, there's 2 weeks left of OTAs followed by mandatory camp. So keep it right here for all the highlights, all the content. We will be covering it nonstop. Everyone have a great weekend.